What is up, guys? I hope you're well. My name is Mark, and today we're covering r/IDontWorkHereLady. As always, support the artists because without them, our channels wouldn't be half as interesting. Their information is in the description below. If you're new here, we're a community-based innovation channel, and if you enjoy the content, why not consider liking, subscribing, and maybe tickling that notification bell. And with that being said, let's get into today's stories. Much luck, guys. Our first story is from Meister Markow. I hope I got that name right. I got fired from a job that I did not work. This happened to me a while ago in my native Germany. I shop for the weekends, and anyone that knows German, watching Dykhof, means shopping like a demented doomsday prepper, know what I mean. So I was trying to shop for the weekend, and since the girlfriend kinda works retail, thus massive respect for retail workers out there, I get to be on the receiving end of all the crazy stories. And the same way you didn't fuck with a sysadmin because he makes the computers run, you don't fuck with the retail people because they hand you food. I decided that it was time to shine as an adult and do all my shopping alone and without help. I wore a kind of pissy like photo shirt because everyone has got to do their laundry at one time or another. I know, such adult, very well. Now, I'm over 6'9" tall, if Google does not lie, and look the part, blonde beard and blue eyes and all. But I have one weakness, one critical weakness. Helping little old ladies. Because I can go to the gym and lift till my arms give out, and I will receive a possible boost to my self-esteem. But when this old lady asked, can you get this 1 kilo bag of flour, and then proceeds to make the big eyes and compare him to Superman, and say that I look like they expected Hercules to look, or some other stuff, yeah, that puts a grin on my face that won't leave for a week. So I'm in the store, helping the occasional Asian elderly lady out, and doing my shopping, when I hear, behind me, over my headphones. Thinking nothing bad, I just turn my head to the left and to the right, shrugged, and continue my shopping. What follows next is a yank on my earphones, so they fall out my ears, and then a tirade of epic proportions from a peroxide blonde. Number 1, wearing clothes that would look good on her daughter, but look ridiculous on her. 2, fake tanned. 3, excessively jewelry wearing. 4, person with a carrot haircut. 5, a nice 5-pointer. I let her rant and rave, we're trying to figure out what she actually wants, and she lays into me. I'm apparently dumb, lazy, shiftless, good for nothing, undereducated, and all those good words. She tried to get my attention for the last 30 minutes. She saw me helping all those little old ladies, and she cleverly deduced I must be a store employee. So normally, I'm very reserved with public confrontations because I have a certain size, and when I start yelling, it always looks bad. But I also work as a sysadmin, and while my patience with stupid users is higher than normal, when it snaps, it snaps. People's mail account gets deleted, and so forth. And then we have to wait 5 weeks for the backups to arrive, and sorry your computer just broke, we just got the new Windows 95 machine to do your work on while we tried to fix it. So I'm thinking, well, she's probably had a bad day. Her fake tan seeped into her brain. I know, let's be good to retarded people, play this up, and be on my way. Water under the bridge, right? Except she poked me in the chest, her shrill yapping accentuated and I now needed to jump like her little slave. Poke, 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 poke. Sysadmin mode from hell activated. I don't work in this store and I will not help you. Get the manager if you're that disabled. I naively thought that was the end of it. I put my headphones back in, but left one out as the constant stream of yapping disappeared. This alerted me to Karen returning, this time with the manager in tow, a pimply-faced youngling without a beard that looked intensely uncomfortable while trying to get a word in. She demanded I get fired on the spot for being rude to her. I turned to the manager and quit on the spot. Going that I would at least expect him to care if one of his best employees was treated like that by a customer. That I was in half a mind to hand back the shirt right now on the floor and shop bare-chested, and that since I no longer worked for him, I was now free to shop in the alcohol section during daytime, and I was intended to get good and drunk tonight. And as an added bonus, I went down to Karen's eye level and added that if she to lay hands on me again, and the store security did not immediately tase her or throw out the store, I would see this as an act of attack, would react appropriately, doing the job for them. As a last thank you for all his paychecks, and because not another of the abused workers here lay a hand on her, and they gave her my best. I'm 5 minutes away from turning into a berserker. You feel lucky, bitch, smile. Oh, there was some screaming afterwards, and accusations of being overly violent, but I just put my headphones in, turned around, and lumbered back to the liquor section. 10 minutes later, the manager is back, this time alone. I unplugged my earphones and asked him what he wants. He says he is very sorry, but he has looked and he knows everyone, but apparently it didn't have me on file as an employee, so I was actually sure I worked here. Nope, just thought instead of putting you in an awkward situation, I'd do what was expected of me and say what everyone in the shop was thinking. End of the song and dance was, he accompanied me to the register and personally applied his manager discount to my, that German word again, Let's just say I do intend to return to this stall. This dude has a way with words, and I like the fact that he actually quit and that the guy was accepting it right there and then as well the manager was accepting it. Like, come on. So the next story is from Loken89. Well, that escalated quickly. So, I recently learned of this sub for r// and Storytime on YouTube, and a recent dog adoption post made me want to share my hellish experience from last week. So a bit of backstory, I'm a veteran who suffers from major depression and PTSD. Because of my psychologist, I don't know, I get them confused. The therapy one, not the medicine one, suggested getting the service animal and said she'd write a letter to make it ESA until it was certified. Luckily, a friend of my mum was giving away 3 Great Pyrenees Catahoula mixed puppies, which was perfect for me, and I herd and hold cattle for work. And both breeds are herding dogs and very intelligent, happy, and lovable, so should be able to help me at work. And with my PTSD, the characters are pretty self-explanatory, but I mentioned that Sadie is my pup, the goodest, clumsiest pup that ever popped. Normally, my company lets me bring Sadie with me, and she'll ride in my truck or hang out in the shop with our mechanic's dog. But my girlfriend usually spends Friday to Sunday at my place, and Sadie latched into my girlfriend immediately when they met. And they were both cuddled up asleep and looked too cute to wake, so I want to Sadie with her for the day, knowing she won't mind, as she has a Great Dane and loves big puppies. After work, I called my girlfriend to let her know I was heading home. She said she was taking care of the horses. Yes, she's a horse girl, but not that kind. And she had Sadie with her, but she was just finishing up. Knowing that neither of us would want to get out again after getting home, I asked her if she wanted to meet me at the pet store to grab a service dog and training vest, because trying to train it in public is pretty hard, as everyone, very understandably, goes crazy for her on site and has to pet her. And I figured this vest would at least deter us to the same crowd. So fast forward to us in a large chain pet store. There's only like 2, so 50-50 chance you think about it immediately. Letting her choose a few toys and finally coming up to collars/harnesses section we've been looking for. Cue me fitting her different harnesses, leashes, and yes, Christmas sweaters as well. I'm starting to pull up everything I pulled out or joking with my girlfriend when I had a hard tap on my shoulder by someone with very long nails. I turned to what I instinctively know is a very entitled woman. She was mid-late 40s, long bleached blonde hair in a ponytail, jeans that may have fit 20 years ago. Although in her defense, she wasn't overweight, but the jeans were just way too tight, and a button-down western shirt, thankfully with an undershirt just in case the poor buttons lost a never-ending battle with an obviously artificial altered bust line. Now, this type of woman I refer to as a Texan soccer mom, but for this story, I'll just call her Karen. Karen, as soon as I start turning, it's about time. I've been waiting here for at least 5 minutes while you attend to flirt with this poor woman. Now, girlfriend hates confrontation and avoids it at all costs, but me, well, I see it as a way to joke, annoy, or just let my inner asshole shine through. Girlfriend knows this, and we share a look as she rolls her eyes at my smile and walks off with a pup to browse the next aisle. Karen, again annoyed, really? You're just going to ignore me? I say, I'm sorry about that, Mom. What do you need? Honestly, she was already annoying me with her rudeness, but that's no reason to be an asshole. Yet, Karen says, I need to know where something is. I wasn't really paying attention at that point, already deciding to have a laugh, sending her on a wild goose chase. I said, oh, sure thing, Mom. Go to the end of this aisle, down 3, make a left, and a right at the next, and it'll be at the top halfway down, or something like that. I don't remember, as I was just saying random things. With that, Karen takes off on her quest to find a magic somethings, and I walked to meet back up with girlfriend, who was now in line for 1-0 from register in the store. Not complaining, it was moving fast, just setting the scene. Girlfriend said, whoa, that was fast. Me, a bit proud and with a big smile. Oh, she just needed to know where something was. Girlfriend know me well enough to not believe I helped someone that was being rude. Really? That's it? Did you help her? I said, yet. I was a bit rude back though. Karen, immediately after, almost cut into my sentence with who I assume is the manager. That's him right there, and he's still harassing this poor woman too. I want him fired right now. He gave me wrong directions to the aisles that don't even exist just to get rid of me to flirt with this woman more. Me to girlfriend, who was visibly annoyed with me. What? Giving her the wrong directions is a type of rude. Now, Karen coming up with a manager just made me smile more, which of course annoyed my girlfriend more. I couldn't help it. This was too funny. Store manager to Karen, Mom, I've never seen him before. He doesn't work here. And to my girlfriend, Mom, is this man bothering you? She said, yes, but no more than usual, with a big smile on her face, thinking she was funny. Karen, then why do you smell like an animal? Manager, Mom, that's obviously a cow smell. We don't sell cattle. Karen, blowing up on the manager and tending to me, you don't work here. Why didn't you just tell me? Well, why didn't you just ask? That's no excuse not to tell me. It would have taken a lot less time. I say yes, but it wouldn't be as fun. Hopefully next time you speak to a worker or a stranger, you wouldn't be so rude. Karen's screeching at this point. Where do you work? I call the manager there to complain about you. And she even admitted that you usually bother her, so I tell him about your stalking too. Okay, at this point we're in Nexum 9. I didn't have any plans on staying to argue, but what she said made me laugh right in front of her. Lady, I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but let me tell you some things. Number one, I don't, nor have I ever worked customer service. My boss could care less that was an asshole to some menopausal old woman. 2, don't be rude to people. When mats at their job, they deserve respect. And 3, what's your obsession with me flirting with my girlfriend? I got news for you. Even if I was single, I wouldn't be flirting with you. But I'll be happy to have you find some more age-appropriate. You're what, 55? Yes, I know it was a bit of a low blow since she was obviously sensitive about her age, but at this point, she made it personal, and I was pissed that she accused me of stalking, which she didn't even know my name. My girlfriend was doing her best to ignore us and pay so we could leave, and luckily after I said this, she had her receipt in hand, and we turned to leave. Karen, eyes wide and mouth agape, of course started to scream with profanities when she saw us start to leave. She follows us out to the parking lot, basket and all, with manager following her, since she hadn't paid for anything yet. My girlfriend was starting to visibly shake. She really doesn't handle confrontation well, so I got her in the car and then laid the bag in the trunk. The entire time Karen was screaming, mostly incoherently, bullying me around the car while blocking me from backing out by putting a basket behind my car. To this point, a few things happened at once. First, I got in the driver's seat. It started to swim my door shut. Second, Karen tried to stop me from closing the door by grabbing it. Third, she fails to stop the door, and it closes. Her hand was still on it. Fourth, she screamed like a rabbit being attacked by a ferret. Long story. Fifth, opened the door so she'd get her hand out. She immediately yanks it away, then did one thing I never expected. After getting her hand crushed in the door, this idiot tries to stop me from closing the door again. With her knee this time. What the fuck? She's definitely got determination. I give her that. Of course, it didn't close all the way this time, so I was kissed and slammed it so it closed hard and fast, and was probably still pretty painful. Not at getting hurt, but because as I looked back to tell the manager she may need help back to the store, I saw him already halfway back to the store with her basket. The entire situation was just so unbelievably absurd. At this point, my girlfriend was crying and holding Sadie really tight, so I shut my door, made sure no body parts were in this time, and backed out, careful not to run over Karen. Although admittedly at this point, it'd be a lie to say I wasn't tempted. It's been a week now, and while I expect to get summoned with a letter from a lawyer or something, nothing has happened. And that's fine because I don't think you can get in trouble for hurting someone while they try to restrain you from leaving. I should also say that no, I don't particularly feel bad about anything that happened to Karen, but I feel horrible for putting my girlfriend in this situation, and I apologize at least 100 times this week. We're good, so I'll be on my best behavior in public for a while. Dude, you're an arsehole, a body arsehole. I think you might owe her like a couple of meals out at least. Love it though. It's like a comedy sketch that she keeps showing her hand in the door. That must have been great to see. And that is it for today's stories, guys. I really hope you enjoyed them. I really enjoyed reading just recently. So as I always say, if you did enjoy these stories, please consider hitting that like, that subscribe, and maybe that notification bell, as it massively helps. I can't tell you how much it helps. It really does. Much love, guys, and I shall see you in the next one. Take care now.